Here's a submission via Twitter. This is an interesting one. I always felt that Triple H copied your gimmick in 1999. What do you think?
Well, again, I think a lot goes back to homage. Nothing in this business is original. Maybe if you go back into the 20s and 30s, you might find some originality. Scott Irwin told me months in the business, don't try to be original, kid, because everything's been done. And there's a lot of wisdom to that. So I think a lot of, it can be homage. There's certain wrestlers we all look up to. The franchise character, to be quite frank with you, was an amalgamation of Ric Flair, Terry Funk, Barry Windham, Brad Armstrong, and Ricky Steamboat, put in a blender with a lot of Troy Martin thrown in there. But I will say this. There was a time, at least one time that I recall, because I watched it, where I was watching, we had Monday Night Raw, my ex-wife and I walked into the kitchen to make a sandwich. And I'm listening to Triple H do a promo. And I'm listening to this promo and I'm thinking, boy, that sounds familiar. And then at the end, he hits the line, it's my belt, it's my belt, it's my damn belt. And the light bulb went off. That sounds familiar because that's verbatim my promo from ECW. And in that end, I can see where the fans would get that. And I go back to what I said about John Cena before with the franchise name. I never wanted to be the next Paul Levesque or the next John Cena or the next Bruno Sammartino, taking nothing away from any of those guys. I wanted to be the first franchise, and I wanted Shane Douglas to leave an impact, an indelible mark on the industry. So I see somebody today like Bayley using the belly to belly. To me, hopefully, I wasn't the first to use the belly to belly. There were Magnum before me, and I'm sure a lot of other guys. But there's some sense of pride in that, and again back to homage. So is it stealing or is it homage? You'd have to ask Paul. But I've heard that quite often where the fans see a lot of parallel between the franchise character and the Triple H character.